Stella Visiting Me in My Sickness by Jonathan Swift. Pallas, observing Stella's wit was more than for her sex was fit, and that her beauty, soon or late, might breed confusion in the state, in high concern for humankind, fixed honor in her infant mind. But not in wrangling to engage with such a stupid, vicious age. If honor I would here define, it answers faith in things divine. As natural life the body warms, and scholars teach, the soul informs, so honor animates the whole, and is the spirit of the soul. Those numerous virtues which the tribe of tedious moralists describe, and by such various titles call, true honor comprehends them all. Let melancholy rule supreme, choler preside, or blood, or phlegm, it makes no difference in the case, nor is complexion honor's place. But lest we should for honor take the drunken quarrels of a rake, or think it seated in a scar, or on a proud triumphal car, or in the payment of a debt we lose with sharpers at piquet, or when a whore, in her vocation, keeps punctual to an assignation, or that on which his lordship swears, when vulgar knaves would lose their ears, let Stella's fair example preach a lesson she alone can teach. In points of honor to be tried, all passions must be laid aside. Ask no advice, but think alone, suppose the question not your own. How shall I act, is not the case, but how would Brutus in my place? In such a case, would Cato bleed? And how would Socrates proceed? Drive all objections from your mind, else you relapse to humankind. Ambition, avarice, and lust, a factious rage and breach of trust, and flattery tipped with nauseous fleer, and guilty shame, and servile fear, envy and cruelty and pride, will in your tainted heart preside. Heroes and heroines of old, by honor only were enrolled among their brethren in the skies, to which, though late, shall Stella rise. 10,000 oaths upon record are not so sacred as her word. The world shall in its atoms end, ere Stella can deceive a friend. By honor seated in her breast, she still determines what is best, what indignation in her mind against enslavers of mankind. Base kings and ministers of state, eternal objects of her hate. She thinks that nature ne'er designed courage to man alone confined. Can cowardice her sex adorn, which most exposes ours to scorn? She wonders where the charm appears in Florimell's affected fears, for Stella never learned the art at proper times to scream and start, nor calls up all the house at night, and swears she saw a thing in white. Doll never flies to cut her lace, or throw cold water in her face, because she heard a sudden drum, or found an earwig in a plum. Her hearers are amazed from whence proceeds that fund of wit and sense, which, though her modesty would shroud, breaks like the sun behind a cloud, while gracefulness its art conceals, and yet through every motion steals. Say Stella, was Prometheus blind, and forming you mistook your kind? No, 'twas for you alone he stole the fire that forms a manly soul. Then, to complete it every way, he molded it with female clay. To that you owe the nobler flame, to this the beauty of your frame. How would ingratitude delight, and how would censure glut her spite, if I should Stella's kindness hide in silence, or forget with pride? When on my sickly couch I lay, impatient both of night and day, lamenting in unmanly strains, called every power to ease my pains. Then Stella ran to my relief, with cheerful face and inward grief. And though by heaven's severe decree, she suffers hourly more than me, no cruel master could require, from slaves employed for daily hire, what Stella, by her friendship warmed with vigor and delight, performed. My sinking spirits now supplies with cordials in her hands and eyes. Now with a soft and silent tread, unheard she moves about my bed. I see her taste each nauseous draught, and so obligingly am caught. I bless the hand from whence they came, nor dare distort my face for shame. Best pattern of true friends, beware you pay too dearly for your care, if, while your tenderness secures my life, it must endanger yours. For such a fool was never found, who pulled a palace to the ground, only to have the ruins made materials for a house decay 500.